Okay, passt.
You don't want to be in the picture. Well, no. Why don't you put that thing down? Put the piano thing down. That's pretty good. He was trying to hide.
So?
It's okay.
Well, this?
Yeah, it looks like I'm talking to you. There you go. You better go back here.
So, wie waren seid ihr denn durch?
Do you guys, do you want to move over here so you're in the picture? Maybe you move one over. I don't know.
Okay.
Over.
Well, I think nobody's watching.
Well, we don't know. People watch things.
You're worldwide.
What?
Live stream. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I want to greet my mom, my grandma. So, Punkt ist jetzt.
So, okay.
Okay?
Yeah. So, as I was saying, so the composition
And please,
being...
sorry, stop when you're done.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
And when you make breaks, also stop it and start it again, please.
And? That's it.
That's it.
Thank
Thank you.
Hey, cook some pasta.
Now let's cook pasta. Listen, so as I was saying, so it really doesn't matter the genre of music. I mean, we all say genre. You know, you say more jazz, more, but that's all bullshit. You know, really in the end, it's all. Oh, can I curse on the internet? It's all about the tension and release and how you could write a piece of music, even if your piece of music has very little tension. But you should have some, you know, because sometimes, like, they call it elevator music. You hear the reason it's elevator music is because it has no, it's all flat. It's all just in the music class. There's no real tension because it doesn't want to bother you. And I mean, that's, you know, that's bad. As far as I'm concerned, that's bad composition. And I hear a lot of this, even in things that they don't call elevator music. You hear that, and that's one of the problems. If somebody asks, well, why don't you like this composition? I will say composition leads because the tension and release is not well proportioned, or there's not enough of it, blah, blah, blah. So that's sometimes, it's a very, you know, like, because it's a big question, what is composition? And you can start answering in a very long, but really tension and release is one of the the most important things, as far as I can tell.
I'm Max. I play guitar since I'm 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to compose by my own. I composed a lot of stuff, but only with other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to just write full songs on my own. Like I write a lot of melodies and guitars and chord things, but it's really hard for me to compose full songs.
Mm-hmm.
There were only like 2 or 3 songs I composed completely on my own. So it's easy for me to do with a drummer or so. So that's why I'm here.
So you're saying when you write a song, you might get like a nice melody or idea, but you don't know how to develop it into a full song, and then when your drummer comes in, he'll say something and somebody else, which is fine. A lot of bands do all their songs like this.
But I want to do it on my own.
Of course, great. Excellent. Well, and hopefully we'll be able to hear everybody something somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe either you play it or you have on the internet. So.
Okay, my name is Vico. I'm coming from Skopje, Macedonia, but I live in Austria. I'm a musician. I play piano.
Yeah.
10 years in studio in Macedonia here as well. I compose and arrange lots of compositions, but it's always interesting to hear something new.
Something new, right?
Especially when there's musical documentary, maybe something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, here's more orchestration and couple of hours you cannot reach every aspect, but always kind of like just when there are little things that I will have more in the next 3 hours, I'll be happy. Really, not too much.
Not too well. We'll try to do okay. But you write. What are you're saying you write for films and documentaries? Or you
no, I would like to expand because till now I'm written for groups or for bands and complete arrangements here all.
Great. Okay.
Except normally vocal or some live instrument saxophone in pop music or sliders and stuff like this.
Drum.
Yes,
sliders. All right. Good. Cool. Well, and you have some person here, or you can play live, or is it okay? Great. Because I'd like to talk about everybody's at least one piece and just all of us like kind of listen and say something.
I think okay, but
And if you have recording,
I
it's
think
even easy.
recording it's easy because okay, this is pop composition and it's made 1993.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care how old it is.
Yeah.
I don't care of its genre. All I care about is that you're proud of it as this is a piece that I like. And
Oh, okay.
you know, that I want to show. Don't show
Yeah.
a piece I hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we could say like we like it and how it could be better or what's not that you're gonna change it.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you know, it's just, I mean, best is pieces in progress, but even if you have a piece that's finished, we can talk about and give our ideas. Now, I always say ideas are like assholes. Everybody has an idea. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, so it doesn't mean that if my idea, I say something, then I'm right, you're wrong. It's not like this, you know, just, I don't have an idea. You know, so then we could maybe address the problem, like, oh, why does this piece not, and then again, that's back to tension and release type of thing, you know. And who are you, sir?
My name is Travis.
No, gonna just make up things.
I actually just play the piano and try to develop myself as a piano player.
Mm-hmm.
But I also record in Logic
Mm-hmm. Great.
and do own stuff. I do film music with native instruments, samples, and fun stuff. I'm open for everything.
And do you have some of it online on YouTube? No, did you post some?
No,
Nothing.
that's old.
Okay, well, I
stuff.
mean,
It's bad, really.
okay, no, don't show us the you don't. If you don't want to show, don't. But show us what you would like to show us. So either you play the piano or
I don't mind.
like, oh yeah, you have it on your left. Look, I'm in somewhere. It's miles. Because miles and more. Sorry. M-I-L-E-S and more. 66 doesn't work. Yes, no. Alright, so it doesn't work. And I don't care. So bye-bye. Let's talk about, I mean, I was going to talk to you guys, I mean, just, I don't know, I could talk about many things, but the piece I premiered, like European premiere, here last night, I think Jacob might have heard it, I don't know. Are you back? Yeah, it was. It's based on the Rite of Spring, by Stravinsky, and it was the 100th anniversary last year of the premiere of the Rite of Spring. And the idea was, what can I take? And I like to do this sometimes. Well, not always, but I like to take older music that people know, like Bach or that I've done with wherever, or Stravinsky, and put my own stamp on it. You know, sometimes like you hear, and when I was a kid and listening to music that I really liked, I really wanted. I want this. I want to do something. Like, I wish I could have wrote this, but I didn't write this. But what can I do with it? I always had this. Like, I want to put my own stamp on it. Like, I don't know if everybody does that, but sometimes you love a piece of music, and what do? I mean, instead of listening to it over, you want to, I don't know, you arrange it on piano. Do you have that, or is that just me? Or put a beat to it, or you know, I don't know. So I always, you know, and I luckily have the opportunity to do this. So I took the Rite of Spring and I did my own thing with it. You know, I fucked around with it, and it's like hip hop and African beats. I was interested. For me, it's sometimes interesting the two most things that are apart. So I'm thinking Rite of Spring and African rhythms, which kind of you don't think about it. So in this one piece, I combined the two, and we have African rhythms over Rite of Spring melodies, and then live in concert we had a call and response, which they do in Africa. Yeah, back and forth. And of course, everything I write out very meticulously. Everything's written. There's room for improvisation, but which I put in, but I put in where I need it to be. You know, so it's basically controlled chaos in a way. But I really write everything. So that was one thing. And maybe I'll play a piece from we premiered in New York, and I'll show you what I did with a Stravinsky melody. In fact, I did a whole class on this piece. So this one, which I took a melody, I'll play the original, and I'll show you I made it into jazz and the kind of funk and thing. And then the other thing I was saying, I'm going to talk about this movie that I did called Cloud Atlas. So I orchestrated the whole movie, and I wrote a symphony, which, I mean, people get confused, and rightfully so, because it's confusing. My symphony is a piece in itself. It's called the Cloud Atlas Symphony. Just like there's a book, Cloud Atlas the book, there's Cloud Atlas the movie, and there's Cloud Atlas the symphony. But I do use some of the melodic content from the movie that the composers that I worked with, because I didn't write the music, I orchestrated, but I worked with these composers. They wrote melodies, and some of them very nice melodies, or little things. And I took some of these things, and I sometimes very little, sometimes you know, sometimes a lot. There's a whole melody that I use, but sometimes very little. And then I build my own thing out of it and create this. So it's like its own piece. So it's connected to the book, like this Atlas, connected to the movie because that's little pieces. So I'll play a movement of that, and we could talk. Actually, there's a book just came out in German about film music, and in it they were asking me to talk about my symphony, and I wrote a whole, you know, like chapter about how I did each and every. There's 6 movements, and how each movement is how it relates to the movie. So I actually have those notes because I really did it. So I'm prepared. So let's just, if you guys, you don't mind, I'll here. I have 512 compositions at this point, so I have to be very, very organized, or I can't find it. Luckily, I'm very organized. So here it is. Writers for the Rite of Spring. It's called Rite of Spring through Eclectic Spectrum. That's the name of the piece. Eclectic, do you guys know the word? It means very varied, you know? Right? So, it feels like
Yeah.
oh, is there a German word? This is MIDI. We don't want to hear MIDI. Okay, first I open the score. Oh, no, no. First I open it. Sorry. Gene shit. Teaching. Right as for. Yeah, here it goes. And there's this thing. I open this and everything's there. And then. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I talk a little bit, we can do it because it's kind of fun. That they press what I'm doing, where I take Stravinsky and I put down things, that there's a precedent to it, that I'm not the first composer to do this. Composers throughout history have done this. And one is very interesting, is Haydn has this divertimento. Very nice. And 100 years later, just like me, 100 years later, Stravinsky, Brahms took that theme and did this variations on Haydn's divertimento. Harmony gets a little more romantic 100 years later. Oh, and this is the version. First he states it. And he does the Brahms thing. It doesn't sound like Haydn at all. Same thing I do with Stravinsky. Another quick example, the bellies of the Baroque music. The bellies is really classical. I don't know, I guess the answer. And then, probably a little less than 100 years later, Beethoven. You have the romantic crazes, it's not the classical, not the same. Tension release of the bellies like this. Beethoven's like. And, you know, he's not playing with the 3, this is all over. Now, the interesting one is Stravinsky himself. He took the music of Pergolesi, who's a Baroque composer, and he wrote what he called the Pulcinella suite. So this is Pergolesi, this is right from, but it's the Gallo Trio Sonata, right from early pretty melody, very Baroque with a modal rhythm, and then continue. Now Stravinsky, what he did with it, his variation really, actually, he didn't change much except for pure orchestral color. What can I do with this without really changing harmony and melody so much? But I use the orchestra as my variations. Not like Beethoven and Brahms, they did, you know, variations, different notes. Notes are basically the same. It's all orchestral color. This is Stravinsky. It's all orchestration. Harmonies, melodies, not much. Okay. And there's quotes, like people use quotes with other people, we're not getting into that. So, second movement. Yeah, okay, let me quickly turn. So this is my random spring from a spectrum thingy. Let me just find the performance. This is okay, now it gets this is pretty confused. I haven't. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I should have been prepared. See, I'm bad. Bad composer gene. Wait. What? There's items. Yes, it's here. This is it. This is it. Shit. This is This is from part 1, Adoration of the Earth. Spring. It's called Spring Rounds, and my piece is called Swing, Spring, Swing, or Swing, Spring. No, Spring, Swing. So this is Stravinsky, and let's just hear the melody. It's good to hear. So it's a really pretty melody with no harmony really, just like this thing, and this is what I do with it. So same melody with a lot of jazz harmony. Shanda the singer gets a little room to just, if you wanna, this is the score, right? Okay. So this, sorry, next time I play, I forgot to open the score. Just so if you guys want to hear. This is the score, which, you know, got the chord changes from, the trumpet player has a melody. Swing. But this one is pretty open score. There's nothing. I asked Shanda, guitarist, chords. Shanda improvises over the chords. Trumpet player plays the melody. Bass walks over the chords. Drummer swing with brushes. That's all I told. Yeah, that's all you need to say.
But there is no particular key melody. You're going from
This is the melody.
This is the melody. There is no melody.
It's a melody.
It's a melody.
Yeah, I mean,
because you said there is no melody. There is melody.
No, I said there's no harmony in Stravinsky. Stravinsky,
okay.
It's that melody again.
Without harmony.
Yeah, there's a. Mine has like chord on, you know, a lot of different harmony. And then we go into the second section, which is based on. Here's the second part. Remember that. Stravinsky, right of spring. So that's so. I'm gonna. Sorry, let's just stop later. So let's remember those melodies real quick. Sorry. So this is what happens. 4. I take this section, I open it up for solos, and what I like is this. So it's no. So this and then make it, and then just made it into a riff, you know. You can tell me what I'm playing. It's kind of like James Brown, you know. We're getting basically it's kind of one of my James Brown is influence. Just look at the score real quick before we go out. Because if you notice, everything's written out, including the drum beat, exactly what to play, and I'm not playing it exactly. Sometimes I'll write it out and I know what I want, but the drummers will make it because drum is a very physical instrument. You get 4 things going, otherwise they just can't do shit. And I think they could, and I try to make them do it, but whatever. But he's like pretty good at the groove, but he mostly get the bass and snare. If you just read the bass and snare, so and the hi-hats. That is a ride actually. It's funny. Actually, I kind of like it with the hi-hat better. So okay, you know, and this beat goes on. So we open it for solo, blah blah blah. And then you can do solo with cue. And then we get back to the melody, and then I support us. James Brown. Go on, that's the melody. But the bass line is still no. Now back to the original. Yeah. But now this time we second chorus. So, just talking pure form, and we talk, you know, that arbeitete, I like this melody, and I want to do the piece on it. Okay, so how do you build it? And basically, there's very little material I'm using. Offshrivinsky, I'm using the melody, I'm using this other those melody and the chant, and then I mix that with various things, and then in the middle there's solos, which take up a lot of time, but it is a jam piece. We want to feature. I want to feature the band people doing their thing. So that's it. You know, without this solo, it's probably like it's 2.5 minutes. With this solo, it's, you know, it's whatever, 6 minutes. But that's, you know, but that's, here's the whole idea. You know, is to take the Stravinsky material and create something totally new. Now I can sit here and explain to you, if I, you know, if you don't know Stravinsky Red Spring, you heard his piece, and like, yeah, you know, whatever. Who knows? You know, it's great, cool. Yeah, and here I'm explaining to show you how to do it, but basically, just a quick, what else? In the same, is sampling. So. This is electronic music stuff, obviously. This is from Stravinsky, this is the original. And basically what I did here is I created a track. But what I do, what most people don't do, I mean, I think, is wait, that's, oh no, that's right. Right. So basically, I write out everything I do electronically, I write it out. So here's the track. The track is written on 3 lines I call sample track, an orchestra of samples, basically. But the reason I call it orchestra is because everything I'm doing electronically is written out. And this is just before, this is the track, and then there's music that we're playing over the track. So we're playing with it. But this is just to show you the track by itself, which is made up entirely of Stravinsky samples and beats, of course. And this I apologize. So I'll be there 1 second. Hit sample show only. Organization. It's all about organization. Sample show only. Right. It's pretty near. Okay. So this is the. It's called Rival. This is just. I use this thing called stutter editor. You know stutter editor? We play a lot of music over this. You work with translate stuff, I think. I'm not writing out all the stutter edit stuff. Well, the original because then I get raised and I can just back, but sometimes I do to support them. So I get to repeat it. Sorry, I must have. Oh, that's good. Yes, we play live with track, and the drummer has headphones, so we follow the drummer.
Yes, very precise because it's
Yeah, it's had. Here, this is. We kind of fucked it up with. I mean, we're gonna obviously bring up live, of course, there's a mixing problem. I don't know how it's not easy. Hopefully, mix. I think the track's quite cool. It's just. Not really, yeah, which kind of sucks because it's got a lot of good shit. We're gonna record it, of course, and that's good. But, so, you know, this whole, again, everything's written down, we're doing all this shit. But electronic aspect of it is sound, right? So that's the whole thing. And let's see what else. African rhythms. Let's start. So I'm the same, and I'll do one more thing, and then let's go to you guys. And the same idea is from this movie. I had to take something out of the movie and the music to make my symphony. So there's this one, and the best example, I guess, is this one melody where I tell. Structures, I don't know. So basically, I take a melody and I grow it. What does that mean? Wait, I don't know where I put it. Okay. No, there's a whole thing there. But I wasn't. Alright. Show you some music for this is the original melody I'm talking about. Okay. There's somewhere just one sec. Yeah, okay. Alright, so here's the theme, and it comes up to me and I play. And what I do is I build this 10-minute movement. It's a big orchestral movement. And what I do is I build the theme one note at a time. The theme is I might have the orchestration of the thing that's used actually in the movie. Yeah, actually. And I'll put
Is there any release music? I think it's all about attention.
no, there's a lot of releases. Well, we'll talk. It's a good point. That somebody could hear that. Here's the. It's there for the show. This is the original piece. And this is the melody. This is my orchestration. So I'll show you this. Here's what these guys basically wrote. It sounds like this. So the simple idea is to take each, basically just one note at a time. It kind of comes out with this. So I'll open up the score and I'll play this something. Let's score here. Yeah, it's actually really nice to do those things. It's catchy. Definitely fits nice. So it's called, the first one is called evolving. And if you notice, so basically stuff with D. For a while, we just have the F and E flat. So there's melodies, right? Right, but this goes on for a while. The whole thing is developed those two notes, and then the big moment, big release will be the A flat is F. So if you wanna, I mean, it's hard to look at this as a very long score, but I think certainly. On top, just want to play it for you guys. This is the live version. Tension. Bigger tension. Real big tension. Really. What's the next one? Then we're waiting for the G. I like to have a lot of different layers going on at the same take this forward. The fourth is the next one. one melody. Now it becomes the groove. Next up. Made a big deal about this next up. So I'm very influenced by this Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. You can find the live version. This is the recorded. On my website. Yeah, but even from my website, Pritsker, you can see. Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah. I forget. I have a lot of things. All the melodies out there. I'm just going
Here, all the lines, yeah.
a lot.
All the lines.
There's like 4 or 5 things going on. This orchestration is like kind of big. The chords get a little bit. The 11 minutes first movement, which is a little bombastic. Next movement is very quick.
How long have you been working? 11 minutes. This is not
Well, the whole is 45.
the whole.
The whole thing, and I probably wrote it in 2 months.
Every day.
Oh, I worked on it.
Everyone.
I just worked it. So.
Did you write the finale?
I used to know it.
Put in the meantime.
I wrote everything like a pencil, 1 note at a time. Only I used it as if it's a pencil. I have a keyboard.
Yeah.
1 note.
They ask your guitars, but you play also keyboards, piano, and this stuff.
I play piano, but I'm not a real pianist. You know, I compose. I mean, I use a piano to put the music in. I will use guitar maybe to work some things out. I'll work the piano to work some things out. But anyway, like, composition, the least important thing about composition is the notes, the rhythms, and all the stuff. Composition is the idea. So once you have the essence of the piece, then all you gotta do is find notes and rhythms and orchestration. That's all fun, great stuff. I love doing it, you know. And you know, you work out some chords, you do tension chords, or like, you know, like there's a chord is like, you know, so the results. That's nice. Whatever. You know, if you mess around, and again, there's levels of tension. So the easy, you know, this is tension. This is beta. This is tension. Thanks, Dana. This is tension. Although this is ugly, but this is nice. That's tension. So there's a level of tension and release, you know, what you hear first and where it goes. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know that word. But cool. You know, this piece obviously has a lot of tension, a lot of release. Now, Jacob told me something interesting. You only write tension, and it's true. It's not that I only write tension. It's my tension level is higher than, for instance, I don't know, Jarvi or whoever.
Yeah.
So if somebody only writes like major, minor chords, or daytime, like white.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there is tension and release constantly, but it's on a different intention level. Higher, I mean, that's better. I'm just saying. Higher tension. Yeah.
Multi-layer.
Yeah.
So everything is.
Right, and that's a good point. There's also different types of tension. There's the layers of sound. So even if you're playing, you know, you can be playing fine, and over here you can play, you know, whatever. But if, or, you know, so by themselves they're okay. But if you play them together, yeah, you play this one. Play that or something. Yeah, sorry. Okay, but now, by themselves, each one one is, but you put them down in Charles Ives. If you take two different things, you put it. That's really tension because you don't know your ears don't know where to go. And there's layers, and some of these layers get in the way. So there's a lot of layered tension. There's melody, and there's another melody, and it kind of doesn't fit, and then they get together. There's all that. There's a harmonic tension. There's a melodic tension where the melody builds a certain way, and the notes held just too long, so it's tense. You can't wait for it to resolve. So that there's the harmonic language, the chords are juicy and less, and then there's the orchestration. Also tension with certain things flying around and doing things to release them. The percussion is a great thing in orchestra because it really, you can put all this sound, just pure, not harmony or melody, it's just pure. It's like percussion is like the classical sound design. You watch a movie, so that's what they did. That's what in orchestra, the percussion, the sound design for all the stuff. It's really the crazy thing.
It sounds great for when I hear while watching the film. It's great.
But this was not in the film. This is not in the film.
No,
this is not. This cannot fit in the film. This will not fit in the film. This is too. This demands your attention. This takes away from it. I mean, there's a trick. The film composer, and I'm not a film composer. I mean, I do some, but I'm not so good at it. Is it because
didn't you write one piece of that song?
Well, one of the movements they use in the closing credit because they really like it, but they couldn't put it where somebody's talking because you can't. If there's a conversation, you can't focus. So one of the art of movie composer, which is really great, and I don't think I could do it. I tried some movies, is to write music that adds to the scene, but is not really meant to be heard or to be paid attention to. Because my scene is you two talking. We need to know your conversation. There's a backup music that helps you talk and helps, you're talking about love, so it helps out. You're talking about your anger. So, but the music itself, you're not focusing on it. I actually don't hear movie music. You come out and you ask me, unless there's some kind of a big theme that keeps repeating, like Star Wars, the thing is great. You come out and you're like, yeah, because they're using leitmotifs, like Darth Vader comes in, it's like, whatever. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. So you give this or there's or you have the big opening and closing thing. And I think Cloud Atlas there was a lot of great things, and that's what they were able to. I was able to write a piece on it, and they were displayed in the closing credits. It's a big. No, I hate them. The worst. He's the worst composer. I guess Hans Zimmer. That is the crappy. That he ruined movie music. There's the problem is all these directors. Oh, sorry, this is live. I really don't care. They all use his music as temp music. It's fine. I can back it up, but yes, absolutely, 100%. It is my opinion.
What?
So they use his music as temps. So the directors, so they take his music and they put it as temporary music to show their composers that they want something like this. And everybody's copying, but he actually doesn't do anything. He himself, I don't know if he writes, but he's got assistants, and they're doing most of the work for him. Whatever. That doesn't matter. Actually, there was one score that I was really surprised that it was him. It was 12 Years a Slave. This movie was stuff. It was really beautiful, great, and it says Hans Zimmer. I'm like, all right, I'm dealing with it, but it's a really nice score. So, but most of it is
became a brand.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a brand. But the problem, the reason why, it's not just my opinion, but the reason why if movie music became kind of music by numbers, like you could literally take any of his those bombastic scores and put it from one movie to the next, and it'll be exactly the same. You could use here's a love thing here, here's a chase thing. It's not. You come out of Star Wars, that's not. You cannot use that music for anything else. That dun 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 dun, or John Williams, almost any John Williams scores. Yeah, those things, those are part of the movie. It is the movie. You come out, you remember. Sing me a Hans Zimmer melody. I don't know.
But maybe, as a director, you just want somebody, because as you say, you don't really pay attention to the music, you just want some specific feeling or emotion to bring to the one who watches it.
But the great composers were able to do that and add the
Yeah,
music.
right.
So it's a random music.
Right.
That's John Williams or Goldsmith or Jerry Goldsmith. I mean, these guys, if you listen to it, he really, the scores, the Zimmer from movie to movie, it's not art anymore. And the thing is, like the director of Orchestrierung, he does not understand how he takes music really seriously. He's one of the composers as well, and he's like, I do not know how you can make a movie without thinking in advance about the music. Because it's such a huge part. Watch any movie without like music. It's awful. You can't put it through. You know, unless music is such a big part. And what they've done with like Zimmer type things is basically kind of serialized it, whatever. This is space things, you know, the same type of thing. It's every movie, really listen from movie to movie, it's the same music, couple of notes change, couple of rhythms, but it's the same music. The essence of it. We're talking about essence of music, not notes and rhythms, just essence. Same thing. They're doing nothing original. And it actually, sometimes I you know, like I want to watch a movie, but it's kind of pisses me off. It bothers me. Can't somebody just sit down and write music to this thing, something original, something adds, something I'm going to come out whistling. I mean, that's not so important, but it's, you know, it's nice if you have a great knowledge. I don't know.
It's not tough. It's not tough.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you should, maybe I don't pay attention, maybe so much. But every time I see the word on Zimmer, I know that I haven't. It's fine. It didn't, you know, it's there, but it's really just the song original. It's the same thing.
In some cinema soundtracks, I'm also not pretty sure if it's just me or so like I'm not sure if they
Well,
record
they recorded. Yeah, they have money. I think they recorded like some kind of piece of like 100 or something drummers in a room.
Yeah.
The
Black of Song is very good.
is that him or not?
Black of Dawn.
With like hundreds of trombones.
Well, I mean, and he gets this amazing sound, and that's great. I mean, because they have the money to do that, and I think I'm 100% for that. It's just the material is simple.
In one movie.
Huh?
In one movie. It's the same thing.
No, from movie to movie, everything he does, it's so funny.
Let's take exceptional higher story.
Just go to like the chase, you know, go to the but it's the same. The notes are changed, whatever. Oh, really?
Is the pirate by no?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, yeah.
What happens in that again? Whatever, look, well, let's not get into that. I don't really care so much. I mean, people, fine. One of my friends works for them.
Oh, really?
Fine. Great.
You got friends who work at
I have a friend, well, one of my friends, I went to school with him. He does all the orchestration for, what is that show about the big show now about ancient times? How
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. He orchestrates that. Then he works with them on some of those other big movies. Sometimes he calls doing what was that movie? Thor 2, whatever. He does these big orchestrations. That's what he does. He's not a my Facebook.
Okay.
The Game of Thrones music is great. We call it
They do, yeah. Oh, the opening thing. Yeah, I mean, it works. Actually, just, you know, I heard it, and then I hate that there's a terrible cello music sound in the beginning. It doesn't sound real. So, do you guys notice? It's like the whole thing, people. I don't watch it either, yeah. But I heard the title. Actually, my friend, she's rather than she was so mad that the cello was fake. She got a friend of her cellos. She recorded it and she put it on YouTube and she said, "Here, take this, we can use it for free. Just please replace it. This is such a terrible sound." Yeah, I think they spent like a couple $1 million episodes. I forgot whatever they can't hire a cellist. There's like a mini cello in the beginning, or got the recording. Anyway, but yeah, it's cool for what it is. For that, I mean, I don't know the show, but just hearing the music, it kind of colors the picture and kind of understood. Do you guys want to? Who wants to go first? Who wants to show me something? Or should we just go? You want to go? Let's go around. No?
Yeah.
I'm recording all of this.
Yes. Will we put anything in here?
I think or you want to, because I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, you need 15 minutes.
I will be here because I will.
Why don't we do? Let's do all this, and then we'll take a little break.
Oh,
When we take a break,
okay.
you run. You can, let's listen to each other.
Okay.
You log it in. So, send us your comments, questions to Jacob. What's your
Set dot Baker.
Wait,
And it's
your last name was what's your last name was
Zimmerman.
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 Zimmer. So it's like doorman. Roomman. Room. Hans Room. Hans Room.
Well, it's Zimmerman is the name of a profession. Of a profession which Jesus Christ started.
Oh, so he's a carpenter.
That's why. Yeah, that's Jesus. That's it.
I see. So it's not just. Anything in my mind?
Correct. Very good.
What do you want here? Do you want?
I want you to hear what you want to show me.
What? Very good for you.
No. I start many things, but I never finish them.
Well,
That's a problem of many.
Finishing is good. Starting is good.
It's no better.
Finishing is hard.
Hey, well, yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, good. Yes. Thanks. This goes here. This is. So, you have, can I, ask you, do you have, whatever you show us, do you have some kind of music to show, a score, or no?
No,
Okay, well, tell us what you're going to show us.
I'm gonna show you the empty room on iTunes.
Okay, well,
A piece I don't know the name of.
good stuff.
I don't name songs.
You can call them 1, 2, 3. You don't need to name them sooner or later, just to keep track of them, not for any other reason.
And that's just kind of loop I like with my ideas.
And how did you make?
Logic with complete accompaniment
Yeah.
to make instruments. I was working on this for 3 hours maybe. No, just trying around. Just trying out all the different sounds.
Okay, let's see.
That's not really complex. That it's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's the amazing.
Is that a sample loop? The bass, you played once, or did you play it? You played it. No, I mean, did you play the whole time, or did you? That sounds good with the piano. You should double it with the piano. If you play it live like this with the thing, loop and add a little stuff, it's a little more light. Back into it. Very animals.
Recorded recorded a part and just put the MIDI thing, the little MIDI part till the end, and when I bounce,
Are you connected to that?
yeah.
So look, the thing is, it's 3 minutes each, let's say, just figure out or something. You said I don't finish. This is actually it's a 3-minute piece.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to add a section, but it's close. I mean, just this fading out thing is whatever, but I think quite good. I mean, any comments on it? Just straight ahead, something you hear.
It's very nice, maybe intro, when you're finishing 3.5 minutes, and probably you have to make a small something.
Right.
Maybe
It's
like idea, the theme comes after 1 minute. But this does not have to be like this, but not like 2.5 minutes. You're repeating it once, maybe once again. You have structure, you have very long, you know what I mean.
I know what I mean.
But this is not finished, as I say.
I just not
You have
functionally.
yes,
And I.
it's going to feel for 50 songs.
No, but it's okay. I like it that it's got a lot of ideas in it. But repeating a song for
Repeating an idea, not just playing this.
I don't have one.
What?
You don't have one?
Yeah, it happens.
Comes one idea, one again. You could do that.
One again.
Yes,
Good, but at the beginning is good, and then that's okay, cool. It's I mean, it feels just an more general response.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Right. Exactly. I don't think that there's so much you need to do to make this, like, you know, unless you want to. But in itself, is any comments?
I've heard it before. I always talked,
Okay.
but because we were both here at 2 o'clock,
Oh.
and so we spent the time on
sorry.
listening to stuff. But it was cool. Yeah, but I also already told him, but I think it's cool.
Right, that's cool. And I think maybe, and I don't know if I'm correct or not, because first of all, we all know that you're a very good pianist. And I hear you playing stuff.
Everyone
Huh?
know that.
No, well,
Am I a good pianist?
Sorry. The thing is that I think you're, maybe wrong, interested in exploring the program logic and using some loops and stuff.
I didn't use much loops, but
Oh, but we use the guitar loop. Where's that from?
they are from last year from this.
Oh, they do. I mean, I'm not getting
Yeah,
contact. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. So, and some of them.
I played guitar.
No. The guitar loop is great.
Yeah.
I think that's it totally feels. But anything else in there that you think you could have at first when you started playing piano with the bass line, to add a little, I mean, you could record the logic or whatever, the concept piano, that sound. You know, to add that texture to it. That's really cool. But really play it, not just once. We play it through for like maybe 8 bars or something, and then change it because you were changing up a little. That gave it a little fun.
Not just loop.
Right. Well, I mean, you have the bass loop, and that's fine. That's great. But then you put that thing on top and and it gives you just a little more human feel, which sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. But the way you played it was good, so I think you fuck it up. It's not even good. But and a little more organic.
More
sound.
organic feeling.
Right. You know, we're always fighting against that synthesizer session sound more electronic, and being more in the pockets. When you find that right balance, it's actually great. So.
Looking at a nice dress. Even with blazer.
Maybe, but but here you see, he's the interesting thing. It could be cool. Yeah, the trumpet player could come in or something and play it. But I think using like a synth sound over all the synth stuff, you know, no matter how good it is, you can tell it's like whatever contact, you know, patch. You know, I don't know. Unless you can make it sound amazing, and then yeah, sure, why not? I mean, you can have those things played with different instruments. But it reminds me also a little bit, a little Stevie Wonder type of playing, like this beginning of this. Yeah, good.
He was my inspiration.
So I think it's quite good. I mean, over here.
7 minutes sounds like 7, you know.
Yeah.
I think there's a harmony song with like the old parts with like Dark of the Moon, but I don't know how you like songs.
That's interesting. You get into that.
I think it's
No, I know
it's
it's
more.
No, it's not. Sure.
No.
But this is I like it. That's for sure. But I think my only real comment is to explore organic textures, add a little bit more of yourself. Maybe repeat the melodies, but this is not for sure. This is just an opinion, and maybe use it now. I like this melody once, but that's fine.
I'm gonna try it out.
You can try it, yeah, but if you don't, you know. And maybe when it repeats, something changes. Maybe the drums come out. Maybe you have little. So orchestration you can play with by taking, you know, so drums in loop with like fills and stuff you put in.
I loop it.
Yeah.
Use different loops from the contact.
Now, this one program, which is really fun, it's called Stutter Edit, and that's the one. Do you know this program? Yeah. So.
I know styles are in it.
Okay, I'll show you. So a little bit. I'm not gonna spend too much time doing whatever, but just for fun. Do you know Stutter Edit? Do you use it?
I've heard of it. Yeah, is it a PowerST or a whole program?
It's I use it in my Logic. So for instance, sorry, let me see somewhere I use it. So it wasn't Halle, whatever, doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, this is over. So basically, you have a beat, and they use this for. You hear this in every pop song in the world, and it's a great program because. It modifies anything. They use it for drums a lot, so you have this loop going on. This that you know. I'm doing that on the Stravinsky, where it's down and down. This stuff is.
I know.
Yeah, but I'll just show you how cool it works in drums. I think it's quite fun.
And you use it for the vinyl?
Yeah, all that. Because I think they usually use it on drums, sometimes on vocals, sometimes on tracks, but using it on an orchestra sample, I just thought it was really fun. Why are you so? Sorry. So I was just thinking that maybe in this piece, I mean, but then it comes a little bit of this modern electronic thing, which could be cool to add to that because you already have this modern electronic thing. Yeah. Sorry. Now we're on.
I actually can't keep working on sound. Overloaded. It's always overloaded when I open it.
Oh, really? What?
I have no idea, so fast now.
Yeah, but maybe down some stuff to audio. So you know, if you have too many plugins open, if you have context, down, one of them sounds good, you like it, down the whole thing.
It has 14 tracks. That's okay.
Loading beats very slowly.
What is the name of the program?
This one is called stutter edit. Stutter.
Stutter. Like stuttering.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this.
Yeah, they use it in glitch stuff and so
Yes.
on.
They use it a lot. You know the dust stutter shit. I'd love to show it to you. Well, yeah, how about okay. Well, here's a beat I did with a lot of stutter edit going on. It's the same beat, it's not programmed, it's just one beat. And stutter edit is doing all that weird shit to it. It's like drum fills that you're doing.
It's also cool on vocals.
On vocals, it's a Mozart piece. It's a canon about assholes. Mozart, it's called the ass. Well, it's called the ass canon. No, you guys know this. I don't always say it's a real Mozart canon. I do it. My next record release. But just a quick demonstration. So that's the. Where's the story?
Ja, mit den 8 3 habe ich gehört. Also, ich bin den Arsch. Das wäre normal, ey.
Yeah, I use Pritsker.
Use cut.
Yeah. I just put on any drum. Doesn't matter. Drum.
Oh, no? Nice.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which one you put on. Artist. I know it's hard here. Right there. Okay, it's good. It's there. Come on, still rush. Okay, it doesn't matter. I just want to show you the program. Okay, that doesn't work. Wait, what happened? I mean, like, we're wrong. Right. I don't know why this is not working. Hell. This is not working. I think it was for a different. I don't know what's happening. Alright, here, look. You can just do it quick. So we take any drum beat, we go to loops here, whatever. You go fucking loops. This is ridiculous. I'm having fun. This usually takes 2 steps.
1.
Yes. Beats. Here's a beat. You can get beats. It's really slow when you do it. We're stuck in it. Take this beat, we put it here, and we loop it forever, and here's our beat. Yeah. Right. Retarded. Jesus, I'm great. Alright, so here's start edit. Yeah, no, it's something weird. Here, okay, just we take 1 bar here, or 2 bars. So here yellow is gone, right? Okay. So this is stutter edit. So you open up and just like the also. Okay. It's not on here. I can play with this all day, sir.
After this here, this internal part from Logic.
Well,
Or
you
can use
you install though. You have, I mean, I think
Yeah.
you could, but I got the one that you get for the dollar.
Okay.
How much is
I got it. I installed it. I got it. No, actually, I got it for $20. I just one place. Sorry, internet. I mean, it was $255. Okay, good, fine. All right, let's not get into the program. Never again. All right, cool. So I think, why did I say this? That's the whole thing. Is if you that loop that repeats, maybe change something around. Maybe you do it by yourself, or you maybe use a program like that, or put an effect in it or something, you know.
can I use a program with natural runs?
Yeah.
Rockets?
Yeah, of course.
You can decide what to put in.
Yeah, you can put any kind of number. You could record your voice. Whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's great. So let's go.
That's called what?
Stutter edit. Yeah. So I don't know. Put it in. See how much. Let's see. Actually, if you want a store where you can get shit. You guys go to this it's called LP Store. Maybe, but this store is called LP Store. They have any program you want.
What L?
LP with low price store. That is M-E. No, I don't know. Max don't get that. I don't know. You have no idea about it. Alright,
Where's the pirate?
cool. Yeah. Let's go to the next time in this.
Yes.
We'll go to you. And then we'll take a little break, you know.
Ja,
Das ist wurscht, aber es gibt ja Gesetze, wo wir beide schließen müssen. Das wird zum Beispiel mal sein, aber das ist noch nicht Also das was so die Firma irgendwo im Internet abspielen.
LP support that
Nicht aufgemacht, 10 Millionen.
na, ja, maar ik is dat ja, verschillende groepen van de waarde, dat is wat was worden, maar dan ben ja, dat is goed.
Bei jetzt noch Metall dabei für diese Richtung. Wir haben es ausgerechnet. Vorbereitet.
Also ihr beide
Was? Hier.
Was hat mich das da 7 Jahre schon?
All right, we go to Korea on tour in October, and we just had another concert. We do like 7, wait, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 concerts. 6 concerts every day a concert. Luckily, it's not music. Well, not all my music. Okay, good.
Do you have a manager or do you make your
Well, this particular it's a group called Absolute Ensemble. It's a chamber orchestra. It started long ago, and we tour. And we are doing a tour with do you know who Sarah Chang is? She's one of the most famous violinists in the world.
What?
Her name is Sarah Chang. She was the violinist. She was 12 or 10 when she started with Karya, playing with Vienna or whatever. And she stopped. There's no higher violinist. So I orchestrated a bunch of stuff, arranged some stuff, and then was somebody concerto with hip hop, so I'm getting her in the rapid stage, and played Sarah Chang. If you put on Chang, C-H-A-N-G. So she's, like #1 from America.
How old is she now?
No, now she's like mid-30s. But when she was, if you go online, she's like 8 years old and she's playing with orchestra. I mean, she was like a... She's pretty...
Okay, she's
Wait. You told Sarah Chang, or just how many hits? Are you looking at
3 million.
Yeah, her Twitter page is it's funny. It's like, a million followers, and how you say how many and she's following 0. Sarah Chang. So she just emailed me right now, and she apologized because she can't play this one arrangement that it is because she has conceptual problems. So I'm having a lot of problems while teaching this class at Sarah Chang. And we actually never met, but we've become very good friends on the internet. Because, we're working together and arranging stuff. But, yeah, she's good. We'll see. Look good with him, yeah. Simon, I'm sorry, we're delving into somewhere where we shouldn't be. Oh, that was mine. Alright. Let's go to your piece.
Are you finished?
Yeah, we heard this piece. So.
Okay. Yeah, I have many pieces. I don't know how much time we have.
Well, let's just give me one piece and let's do the same what we did with Jake. We talked about it. Were you playing Summertime before? I heard you were practicing, I guessed it.
That's not leaves.
I mean, sorry, Summertime.
Right, the word for the track.
Right.
Song in all keys.
In all keys, that's great. That's a great idea. It was actually to know how to play them all. So, we play commercial. Tell us about you.
Well, actually, I've brought some different stuff, and because I have so many things, as I said, this year I didn't have so much time, but the last years I had a lot of time, so I made a lot of pieces, and I decided to. So I decided to bring just some of them, and I made one medley. We have time where there's all like 20 seconds of different songs.
Well, let's do this. Let's hear one song, and I do want to hear the medley. That's actually very fun.
And if we put one song, then the first one that you played. Wait, I want to tell you the story of this. There was a band here in the world, and they won the band contest from the world, and so they went to the finals in Vienna. I didn't know them, I just. But they contacted me because somebody said, these producers and stuff like that. I'm not sure if the famous song is called Radioactive, or I think they are.
Sky-Shape.
Sky-Shape, yeah, right. Sky-Shape. You know that? Right, okay, it was this band. And they went to the finals in Vienna, and they said, we need an intro for our songs. Especially for this final, because they said I already thought already there were like 10,000 people at the finals from the band contest. They said we need for this contest and also for the concert we're gonna have, we want the intro, and they searched somebody who can produce it. And so they contacted me, and the first song was this Radioactive, like it seemed like the world got radioactive. So and they said they want something like a little bit like movie score for the beginning, just to make the and so because it's like the first song that plays where it's called Radioactive, I started because I thought, okay, if there's a concert and there are 10,000 people, in order to get the attention, I started it with a loud, very boom, so people start listening, and then starting slow and always getting more and more. And I tried to find a little bit the mood of radioactive, like if there was a bomb, then the world is radioactive. So this is the mood.
What did you use to create it? What program?
There is a very simple guitar theme which I recorded, and it's basically a lot of guitar in there. I played all the guitar stuff myself. It's not difficult stuff, but it's all played, recorded audio. And then all the rest, the strings, stuff like this, is made mainly with Reason. And yeah, some percussion stuff from Reason.
iTunes, where's iTunes? Here. Jetzt nicht.
Right. I have to add in the second part, which like now seems that it's always attention. If it's with bigger speakers, then there are more booms, and then focused on the effects.
Yeah, the speakers are off. But it's great. I think it sets a really interesting mood. It's definitely like you're expecting something, and cool, good. Any comments about the season, gentlemen? Any comments?
It's very nice. Maybe mix when we make the mix again. There's about 2:30. Second guitar. Maybe after I can hear that it's a key melody. Because maybe this would be nice to put up, maybe to compress. You know what I mean? Because there is this is even higher the volume, and the theme should be recognizable.
Okay.
This would be nice. Yeah. But otherwise, it's very nice. Very good.
I heard it a lot of times already because I saw it very often.
Oh, okay. Are we so they still use it?
Yeah, we still good.
Are you still getting paid?
No, they maybe one time and.
When they do it live, it's great. You know, when people are standing around which don't know the band, they're all like.
That's a kind of simply harmonized music.
Yeah, something harmonic. Alright, cool. Talking about, the thing is, this piece, and it's an interesting idea here, talking about composition. Sometimes we're asked to do certain things, right? So sometimes music, you want to write, and maybe you sit down and write this anyway, but you had a challenge, so it's and it has a utility purpose to it. Utility meaning like it's used for something. Right? So I need music film that doesn't bother around. It would be right to film. I need music right before my band comes out. I've got to just get the audience attention and build like this kind of. I mean, what is it really supposed to like? Build just get their attention, or get them anxious, or
No, yeah, as I say, my intention was to from the beginning on to like wake them up, but then start very slow,
and build
find the pictures in the head of this drama, like I don't know, the world's radioactive like thing, and then again wake them up with the second part of it, and then again come down very calm so that they can focus on the band. Yeah.
And well, that's the thing. So like, that's your, you had to do this. So they're asking you to accomplish that thing. But then I guess the question is, and I like it as a composition. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I guess the question for you is, if you had to write just a piece just for yourself, would you change anything if you didn't have to do that? Would this piece go to different places? Maybe you want to develop this melody, maybe harmonically. He says I like simple melody. Yes, okay. But this simple melody could go. You play that melody. And so what is it, or you? Right. But then we could really, as a piece of music, it doesn't have to be 2 or whatever, half minutes, it doesn't have to just do that. Would you develop that? Is that something in your, I'm not saying it has to be, I mean, I'm just, whatever. You can play anything out of it. Huh?
No, that's like Mike Wolf. I tell you what, a simple melody, he made like.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said about simple melodies. And it's not that the melody, we like this melody, it's nice, but I mean, we all know it's not it's familiar, right?
Yeah.
Right? And I know
I'm not a great inventor of this.
Right, exactly. So I'm not really trying to, and I know I'm not.
That's what I meant in the beginning. I focus a lot on the production. I don't have a problem. I also cover songs sometimes, and I say, as long as I put my note to it, I don't have a problem. But the composition is not like
exactly. And I can tell. I mean, your production is great.
Yeah.
And you don't need me to tell you about production. And you could say like, well, that's all bullshit. He knows what he's doing. It sounds, it already sounds great. It sounds big. So we're just talking about the composition aspect of this piece. It's the melodies kind of sound like something else before, whatever, and it's great and it builds a mood. But it has a great essence to it. It's kind of familiar to us, which is good for this particular project. So the idea is, if you want to, for instance, develop this compositionally, not for this band or for anybody, for yourself, what would you do with this melody and these harmonies? And if you, let's say somebody said, I really like this piece, okay, and I have a string quartet, and I want you to make me a 10-minute piece of it.
Yeah.
In trouble, right? Well, not in trouble, but you start thinking away from production and this, you have to start thinking about what to do, development of melodies. Now, how do we develop even a simple melody? Michael Wolf showed you a Lucian chords. That's the way to develop it, was a variation on the melody where you have something as and then you add something so you have something added on top. I'm not playing obviously exactly what it is. You have to work it out and make sure it all works. You can make a fugue out of this. You add like 3 voices, and again, you work it out and make sure that, let's say somebody has a string with it, you have to make it interesting.
Maybe it's not their idea. Maybe they need to think about vocal.
So he's saying that that melody becomes an accompaniment to something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you can, so you have some kind of a second. So you have this thing going, you have a bass line maybe moving, and maybe so another thing I guess we can talk about a little bit here is your harmonic rhythm. So what are the chords? Just the chords by themselves? Are they just chords? Can you play your chords?
Yeah.
Let them play.
I think it's I don't play the piano very good. Yeah, the F. But I go on the G then.
Okay. But what I'm seeing here is that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2, 3, 4. Then it goes back to A. Okay, so you already added something. That's the bass line. But what if it's and then surprise the people with where the chord. I mean, first time we do just do it, and then next time 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, whatever. Yeah. Don't do the harmonic and doesn't be the chord. With the harmonic, a rhythm changes. So you don't change chords every 3 beats or every 4 beats. I mean, I think every 4 bars.
Yeah.
You put an extra chord, to see, and sometimes just a little chord could add like a whole other dimension to the piece. Like for instance, you know what's a great chord? I don't know. I did this arrangement for Alexandra Caro yesterday. You heard her sing? 5 of those were my orchestrations. The ones where they're playing out. There's this one. She has very simple chords, and I put a sharp 9 chord, which is it's just a simple, this what's the here. Sharp 9 is this way. This tension. I put a C, but in your piece it could be. Just one on one beat. So it's this. It's basically it's a 7 chord, so A7. And then the 9th. It's a sharp 9, right? So the 9th is the G. And so this is the 9th chord, like and the blues. If you raise the 9th, you get this really lovely interval, which is beautiful to me. It's a major 7. So this going in E7 being in the E minor or whatever, but actually, what if we try the that's the word, but actually, in F it's the same. Yeah, so that's the So it's basically, I mean, there's many different tension chords. It's a tension chord that goes from one place to the other. So your piece of tension from chord to chord, there is a tension in it. Like the F major is a little weirder on that melody than the A minor. It's an A minor, right? The melody, A minor feels home. You put F major, and it's a slight tension. It's kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Then you put the G in, and you're like, oh, and that's even a little more. Then you come back to A, you're like, oh. Okay, and but that tension level is all like this. It's just a little bit, you know? So then you put just one more chord on top, and all of a sudden you raise the tension.
Yeah.
Then if you do, like, what Mike the Wolf rises, and those tension gets crazy, and you don't have to do that. That's just like an idea. Okay? So it's basically raising the tension. And he was saying you add a melody on top, making that melody an accompaniment, and make another melody, or, you know, and then tension possibilities are, again, unlimited. How weird is that melody on top, or how does it interact with this then and then and then? Changing, another interesting thing that sometimes we like to do is just changing the bass line. So it's the same chords, you have A minor, right, and then right, and then what if we go? Just paying attention. So the chords are the same, but the bass now moves. You get a coffee? Huh? No, yeah, we'll have coffee. I want to hear your sorry. Can I if you guys don't mind, I want to hear the medley. Yeah. Do you guys want to take a break first and come back down here?
Yeah, okay.
Toileting. Is that okay, or grab some? He needs a coffee.
How long can we
Maybe I could do more with you. I like this. Is really pretty. This is great. I'm thinking it. Don't get
It's a good idea. If I give